Thanks for this group collectively. What's just been kind of the mindset, the mentality after that Game 6 heading into this Game 7?
Obviously watching film and, figuring out where we could improve. But Game 7, last game of the season, leaving it all on the line, going out there just kind of doing whatever it takes, figuring things out to put ourselves in a position to win and close out the season on a high note. So.
Coach Mark, after Game 6, said a lot of it was offensively for you guys in terms of tangible takeaways, things to improve on going into Game 7. What offensively do you feel like you guys would want to improve on there?
We just got to do a better job, just kind of spacing and being available for each other, making the game easy for each other so that as a team we can get better looks and kind of better opportunities to, score the ball. It was just a little bit kind of congested in our half-court offense, and that's when everybody just kind of be, better in terms of availability and creating opportunities for, us to make the game easy.
How do you compartmentalize the fact that this is the last game of the season, the last possible game of the season, but you guys have that even kill mentality, the 0-0, but also you can win a championship on the other end and control that anxiousness?
Yeah, I think our biggest focus is to first get prepared and focused for the game. You got to go out there and take care of business before you can think about, obviously, anything after, the game. So, obviously, you're playing for the highest stakes, but to do that, you've got to kind of take care of the game first. So, we've got to just make sure we're focused on the game from the jump, put ourselves in position to win, and then you do what comes with whatever, the result of the game is. So.
Are the nerves different from going into this game to going into Game 1?
I'm not going to lie, I haven't had nerves in a long time. So my nerves, I think, are pretty settled. But obviously, high-stakes game, so the anticipation, the excitement behind it exists. But as a team, collectively, I think we're, in a good spot mentally, and we understand that, we got to do whatever it takes to, go out there and win a game tomorrow.
You mentioned not having nerves in a long time. Do you remember the last time you did?
I want to say, my first game in the NBA was the first time I could, remember having nerves and, maybe being, anxious mentally and stuff. But, you anticipate every game, you're motivated every game, but, I don't know, you kind of get adapted and used to the NBA. Obviously, the finals and playing a Game 7 in the finals is a different level, but at least the nerves haven't set in yet, so we'll see.
How would you say Game 7 against the Nuggets prepared you guys for Game 7 in the finals, or that's a totally different case?
Yeah, no, I think there's things you could take from there. Obviously, situation where win or go home, lose or go home. So tomorrow is going to be, regardless, you're done. So kind of having that in mind, you're going to go out there, you're going to leave it all on the floor. And for us, the Denver series, I think, is similar to this one, where we're coming off a Game 6 loss, and things look different, obviously, on this stage. But our ability to respond is going to be something that is obviously tested tomorrow. And like I said, win or go home. So you want to be on the good end of that.
What was it that made your nerves go away? Not having nerves going into game.
I think kind of building a routine, knowing what to expect, and understanding that on the court, things aren't always going to go your way. Everything's not going to be perfect. So being able to just kind of find a balance of, controlling what you can, but also putting forth your best effort. But the routine has kind of just allowed for me to know what to expect leading up to games. And the only thing that, you don't know how things may swing is in the basketball game. So just that preparation and consistency there has allowed me to kind of find, comfortability and consistency, going into every game.
Wait, so I was getting shots of fans and reactions, and I happened to catch your dad reacting to your shot. And so it was an incredible thing. So obviously the fans are here to support, but to have familiar faces, to have your family in the stands,
Yeah.
to have been there since
Yeah.
forever. How does that feel?
One, I need to see that clip, please. But it's awesome. Having my family here, having people who have, supported me up to this point and been kind of, a backbone for me. it's amazing to kind of share this experience with them and be able to kind of, celebrate, the success that we've seen up to this point. So it's nothing I take for granted, having, that kind of foundation and family, and being able to kind of, know that they've always been my support, fail, win, succeed, regardless of the outcome. So to be able to just kind of share this experience with them has been awesome.
Are you ready for Saturday basketball in front of the home crowd?
One last chance this season, so look forward to putting forth my best effort to save basketball.
Just along those lines, if you do have to play Game 7, how valuable is it for this group to be able to do that here?
Yeah, I mean, awesome. Throughout the season, I think back to just the season that we had, very dominant season, put ourselves in the position to kind of have home court advantage for regardless of what series it is, and to be in this point where you're in the finals, last game of the season, and we have home court advantage. We earned that, and it's not luck that we got that. So it's just kind of a reminder for us to know who we are and who we've been all season. That we earned the opportunity to be in front of our home crowd for the Game 7, and we know the crowd is going to bring that extreme fun environment, and they're going to be electric. And I mean, everybody's just kind of looking forward to it.
Describe the emotions that go with living this dream, the NBA Finals, and now this ride has been for you so far.
Yeah, try to keep my emotions out of it. Just kind of stay focused on game-to-game, basis. Obviously, a lot of high and low emotions coming off wins and losses, but the ability to kind of maintain a certain level of balance and keep yourself from falling into a deep dive or going extremely high on a roller coaster, just allows you to kind of, be prepped for the next game. So to have played as many games as we played in this series and in the playoffs alone, it kind of allows our team just to be prepped and ready and, comfortable going into each game. So look forward to going into Game 7. Obviously, emotions can be high, but try to keep mentally away from them.
And including yourself, who's the person you have to thank the most? What made this all possible?
Including myself? I mean, my parents. My parents sacrificed a lot growing up. High school, even before then, but high school specifically just put me in a position, transferring schools to be able to, chase my dream and be here today. So super grateful for them, their support, and their willingness just to kind of do whatever it took to put me in a position to, live out my dream. So.
And how did you make this all happen?
Just hard work, dedication, and not being afraid to fail. So.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.